What's up? Welcome back to Dark Mode. It is the show where people send us their stories and we pick the best one of the day. Best one of the day, $200 cash.
$200 cash?
It's very, very important.
I got to start submitting.
Yeah, I know. You're not doing that?
I got to submit more. That's what I meant.
Adam, is it Broud? Is that
Broud? Yeah.
Broud, just like proud.
Nailed it.
Adam Broud with me here today.
It's me.
Just the two of us. I don't do a lot of just two people, so this is going to be fun.
Yeah.
Going to be a good time.
Pressure's on.
All right. You want to get right into the first story?
Yes, please.
Our prompt today was, I used to think this was normal.
Ugh, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
As someone who grew up so weird and didn't realize it until his 20s, I'm so excited.
Right. Yeah. It's like, yeah. No, the moments, these are like very distinct moments in your life. You know what I'm saying? When
you're like, not everybody, huh?
No. Oh, okay. Just me then. Right.
Which I do love those moments when you're just like, yeah, you know how everybody's like this? And everyone's like, do you want to say that out loud again?
Yeah.
Because you shouldn't have said it out loud the first time.
You're like, no, I would not like to.
Yeah.
Or when somebody else, that's actually more fun when it happens to somebody else.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, oh.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Say that louder and clearer. Give me more details on this.
And you're like, yeah, no, totally. How everyone's like that. Can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. All right. First one.
Okay.
If I ever go to jail, I'll be ready. I used to eat my food really fast because I thought someone was going to steal it, because that's what people do in jail. My mom had to explain to me that I wasn't in jail and I had never been there.
Hold on. So they're just like, what if I go to jail? That's their plan?
They were practicing.
Oh my gosh.
They're 6 years old. They're like, I'm practicing. Was dad in jail? What? How'd this get in? I don't know. Little kids get weird things in their head.
True. They just heard a stat too early that it was like the United States has half the incarcerated population of the entire world. And they were like, it's inevitable.
Maybe this is like a non-white, maybe this is a black kid. And they're like, heard some stat about how,
that people are out to get them.
And they're like, oh, well, I'm going to be in jail at some point.
Yeah.
So I better learn to eat pizza fast.
I think whoever it is, I love hearing that they might go to jail and they're like, why change the system? Why not just be the best one at it? Like, that's pretty good. That's pretty competitive as well.
They're like, I'm not going to, if I do go to jail, my one option would be to be able to fight people.
Yeah.
To not have my food. Or I could eat fast.
Man.
That seems more realistic.
This is also a wake-up call for me as someone who eats very slow, that I am screwed if I ever go to jail, apparently. I had no idea. Yeah. I'm a slow eater.
Hold on.
I'm a talker while I eat.
How often do you think about what would happen if I go to jail?
If I go to jail, next to never.
I think about it a lot.
Really? At what aspect? Like escaping from jail, that's a whole other thing. I think about how would I escape from this place.
No, I think about how would I survive?
How would you survive?
I basically think about how screwed I would be if I go to jail.
Really?
And I'm a fast eater.
Yeah. Speaking of someone who can really gulp a corn dog, this is still going to be a problem.
Yeah. You don't want to eat too fast either, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, you got free time.
Oh, he's scared.
Yeah.
Oh, he's scared. He's eating so fast. Little scared
That's
old baby.
That's what they think. Yeah. They're like, I saw you take down that hot dog.
Man, I don't know enough people who have been to jail to be like, is this true? Do you really got to be a quick eater so people don't steal your food? It doesn't sound unlikely. It doesn't sound unlikely.
I think it's probably like if you, I think you probably get people stealing your food like on the first, they're just testing you.
Sure,
Filling you out or whatever. I heard on a podcast once somebody who said they'd been to jail.
Oh, okay.
So I have no reason not to believe them.
What a place of privilege we come from. I heard on a podcast. That people have been to jail. I heard this.
Most times if a white guy is talking on a podcast, I'm like, well, I have no reason not to believe you.
I was reading in the New York Post about jail, this concept of jail.
And he said that usually it's like first day, first week, somebody will come. On. But there's like a specific guy who's like, he's not very high in the order. And they're like, that's like the guy who has to go fight all the new people, basically. And then basically he's like, he goes and steals some food from you.
Yeah.
And then
you fight him.
You either fight him or you don't, and that's how they fill you out.
How funny if that guy approaches, he's got his whole shtick planned out. He's like, new people show up, I steal their food. He walks over. This person just sat down. He's like, hey, where's your that really would switch it up.
You're like, to be like, already gone, bro.
You gotta show up quicker if you're gonna steal this.
You gotta wake up early if you want my pudding.
Literally just go. It's like, I can't. He goes back, he gets in trouble. They're like, you're supposed to eat. I would love to.
You got one job, Barry.
I would love to. He just sat down. I had to make my way through the aisle. By the time I got there, he was doing that with the finger in the cup, in the pudding cup.
It was gone.
It was all gone. What am I supposed to eat the tray? I can't do that. That's crazy.
I'll come back tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll come back.
I figured come back tomorrow is the move,
Yeah,
right? And then and you just keep beating him to it.
That is wild.
That's basically my strategy. Then they'll be like, we don't know how tough he is.
Yeah.
He seems tiny.
We don't even know. He hasn't fought a single person because he keeps eating them. He keeps gulping them corn dogs.
Barry hasn't fought him yet, so we don't know how tough he is. He seems small, but he eats fast. So what, that's a curveball.
That's so fun to prep for prison by doing something that would get you beat up in school as well. I feel like.
Right.
Yeah, because I assume he's just at the lunch table and he's just like, and people are like, why do you do that? And he's just like, prison. And he's just like eating. And inevitably, some kid is going to be like, punch him in the belly and make him throw that up. He doesn't deserve that food. Like, they're going to pick on him. And he's like, oh, I'm doing all this prep work just in case I go to prison.
Right. Yeah. He's using elementary school as a prep for prison. Honestly, not a bad place to prep.
Unfortunately, not a bad place to prep. Yeah. That's so fun.
That was a good start. It was very wholesome. They're not all like that.
Prison.
Prison. All right.
What a problem for his mother's cooking as well.
Right.
What an indictment. He's like, well, you're going to serve me prison food. I'm going to eat it quick.
And look, if you're going to serve me the slop they serve in the state pen,
come on,
then I'm going to eat like I'm in the state pen. How am I supposed to know? How am I supposed to know? He was watching some prison show or something like that. Yeah. Like 60 days in or whatever, 90 days in.
Their country fried steak looks just like the one that mom serves me. This is messed up. I got to gobble that down.
Yeah, he's like looking forward to school lunches. These are delicious.
Practice time.
Who makes this? All right. So I noticed with this prompt, there was like ones that fit into, like there were some common themes.
Oh, okay.
One of the most common themes with this prompt was like, did you grow up rich or not?
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like there was some very definite like.
So you did something that taught you that you were like, oh, we were poor.
You did something,
or I was rich.
Yeah, and later you found out like, oh, that's a rich kid thing or a poor kid thing. All right,
yeah, so you're in third grade giving people stock tips. And you're like,
right.
We don't do that.
You're not in on NVIDIA. Okay. Yeah. I guess if you want to, lose your ass, then that's fine with me.
And they're like, okay, sure, dude. Going down the slide.
Did you grow up rich or not?
Okay.
Did you grow up rich or not? I was probably 10 or 11 years old when I found out you could get plain solid color towels. Up until then, I assumed all towels had different logos on them and said things like Ramada or Holiday Inn.
Oh.
I spent the night at a friend's house and none of their towels had logos or names on them.
Yeah.
I finally asked where they got their towels and was shocked to find out that you could purchase towels at a store.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I tried not to think about it, but it was too late. I'd seen the man behind the curtain. The moment I was on my own, I never had logo towels again.
Oh, that's fun. You know what? I can't tell if this person is rich or poor because of this.
Because we got Holiday Inn.
Yeah, I'm like,
they got Holiday Inn towels.
Your family went to a Ramada? That's pretty impressive. Yeah, but we stole the towels. Okay, so.
Hey, well, what are you doing? Did you guys steal the soap? What'd you do with the soap?
Yeah,
I think we need to know.
You can afford to stay there, but you can't afford towels.
Or different, just, looking at different scenarios here. Maybe they had a parent who cleaned at a Ramada or Holiday. Then we're all the way.
Yeah.
We're all the way in one category.
Yeah.
Or maybe they had a dad who made good money, but he was like, but I'm looking for a deal. The towels are part of the room.
The deal dads will screw you over no matter where you're at.
The towels are part of the room, March.
Economically, that's a whole new wave. When you got a dad who wants a deal, that doesn't matter where you sit.
Your dad clears $250K a year, and he's like, grab the soaps before we get the soaps, the shampoos too. And you're like, what about the lotion? And he's like, grab the lotion. And you're like, Dad, we don't even use lotion. He's like, well, we might at some point want some lotion.
Unscrew the hand soap and pour it in the sack that we bring for the hand soap.
We bring our own bottle.
Yeah, this is actually helping the cleaning staff if we take the towels because they don't have, this is a service we provide.
Yeah. No, and if we don't take the towels, then the people who make the towels don't have a job, all right? Yeah. So I'm just helping the economy.
To have that many towels at home that have like hotel logos,
all of them,
to me says that both parents were in on it.
Yeah.
And I love when two friggin' weird people find each other. Where imagining a dad who's like, this is a deal, and it's like, all right. But imagining a couple who's like, we should take the towels, and the wife is like, of course.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Who wouldn't?
I'm in.
Yeah.
Like, I like that couple where they're like, why do we have all these towels? What are you even talking about? Why do we have these towels?
Yeah.
Because we stayed at a Ramada in 1996. Why wouldn't we have their towels?
How else are we going to remember our trip to the Yellowstone National Park?
Yeah. Cheapest souvenir you'll ever get is the one you steal. That's for sure.
That's their family motto. It's on their crest.
Yeah. That is fun. At the same time, I've used enough Holiday Inn towels to know that those things will scratch you up. Yeah, it's not a comfortable towel.
They're not good for many washes. Do you think?
No.
They were taking, here's my question. Do you think they were taking the room towels or do you think they were taking the pool towels?
Well, Pool towels are even worse, right?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't
but
want
less
the
mist.
Pool towels. Yeah.
They can't track that.
They can't track
That's
the
the
pool
thing,
towels.
guys. They can't track that.
They're tracking those room towels.
They can't track the pool towels. All of a sudden, we've just converted ourselves into the weird dad mode. It's like, oh my gosh, I've been leaving pool towels behind this whole entire time.
Your wife's taking the room. You're like, honey, don't take the room towels.
Don't take a room. They'll track that.
Yeah, they'll find us.
I've got 2 fold-out pool chairs and under each arm as I'm like walking out. Don't take those towels.
Yeah,
we're not crazy.
Yeah, we're not. What do you think? We're not trying to rob the place.
Yeah,
we're just taking a couple pool towels. Those are the third strings.
I think adjacent to that is I definitely take more breakfast than I am entitled to.
And do you eat it all?
No, like I save it for later.
It goes in your fridge.
Like, yeah, the breakfast becomes the snacks for the rest of the day.
Sure.
Nothing like too crazy.
I try to do that.
I'm not like Ziploc eggs or anything like that. Because also hotel eggs are just the
They're
worst
not good.
thing.
You're already
a partial soup. They're like, why are they wet? Why are my eggs so wet?
They're very wet and they aren't the right consistency for eggs.
No, this is not eggs. And so it's nothing like that. But absolutely.
They're like robin eggs, probably.
Yeah, they're just whatever they've got in the trees outside. They're just swiping them.
Is that crow?
Delicious crow.
Crow eggs.
But yeah, I that's probably as close as I get, where it's like I'm taking more breakfast than they anticipate one grown man with pride should take.
You're like, I'm gonna get my money's worth.
100%. More like I'm gonna just save time. I'm like, I'm not gonna be going out somewhere and stuff. And when there's these muffins, I can just swipe a couple muffins.
I do that, and then I don't want it later.
Oh, that's the follow-up.
Like,
I don't eat it. I'm with you. You take it. Not to eat, but to feel better about yourself,
right,
100%.
To feel like you're getting your money's worth out of it. You're like, this hotel thinks they're taking me for a ride.
Yeah, but
I'll show them a thing or two.
Flip part is, I definitely talk to the kids like it's outrageous that they wouldn't eat it. Will I eat the stale muffins that I stole 6
no,
hours ago?
Absolutely not.
No, that's ridiculous. But will I give it to my child? And then when he's like, I don't want this, I'm like, you spoiled.
You're like, well, then you're not that.
Yeah, 100%. He's like, but you're not eating it. I'm like, oh, well, I have pride. Not enough to not steal this.
Yeah,
but I do.
But I'm We're a proud family, the Brouds.
Proud Brouds.
Yeah,
that's how it goes.
Yeah, no, I like this one. This is a classic one where it's like, oh, I'm poor.
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh, and then
he probably went home and he was like, Mom, you can buy towels at Walmart, and she's like, why?
Do they say Walmart on them?
Like,
why would I want that?
They don't even say anything.
Yeah.
That's
how am I supposed to know where I got them from?
They're not getting them to save money but they're getting them because they're like, what? Your towels don't say anything on it?
Yeah, they treat their house like NASCAR. They're like, everything must be branded.
Your towels don't have any personality.
Stickered. Yeah. Yeah. Also, how embarrassing for that kid to retrospect, be like, and I invited friends over. People saw this.
They saw the Ramada towels.
People dried their hands on these and were like, what the hell is going on? This is not a Ramada. I know this.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I've been to a Ramada before, and this doesn't look like one.
Yeah. La Quinta? You're doing secondhand La Quinta?
Yeah. They came out and they're
La
like...
Dos?
Yeah.
La Quinta towels?
They came out and they're like, question, do you live in a Hampton Inn?
Yeah.
No, that is...
if it was that it was like, well, my mom cleans the hotel, then I'm immediately like, sick, bro.
Yeah,
that's
sick.
cool.
Dude, love that she's taking towels
I
from
love
work.
that.
That's great, yeah.
She's turning her workplace and her home into her workplace in some ways.
Yeah.
Like everything's labeled, every pen has the hotel name on it. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that is... She's got all the notepads.
Yeah.
There's just tons of notepads.
We don't have coloring books so much as we have business memos.
Right, yeah. House. Yeah, we draw. We draw and then we color it.
Yeah.
We don't get to color anything pre-drawn.
Yeah.
That's rich kids.
We're not a family of privilege.
Yeah. All right, next up. Is it cool to go to the bathroom in the shower? What say you?
I feel like that is weirdly not specific. It's cool to... I think it's fine to do one type of...
It's like you've read this story already.
It's okay to do one type of bathroom in the shower. Is that where we're headed?
Back in 2012.
Oh, no. Okay, here we go.
Back in 2012,
yeah.
I was introducing my new girlfriend, Carly, to my best friend Mike and his buddy, Ryder.
Okay.
We're all having a great time laughing and chatting when the topic of peeing in the shower came up. We all agreed it was normal.
Yeah.
Feeling safe in the group's consensus.
No, wrong.
Ryder casually confessed that he also poops in the shower.
What?
This is the friend of the friend.
Oh, jeez.
The conversation screeched to a halt.
People get too comfortable, man. People get too comfortable in conversations. That's one of the things we're learning through this.
Yes.
He confesses.
Yeah.
I poop in the shower.
Conversation screeched to a halt as the rest of us stared at him, stunned, before bursting out into uncontrollable laughter. What else do you do?
Yeah.
When we asked what he does with the poop, he said, quote, "I waffle it down the drain with my foot."
Ugh.
He just...
I don't know if that's better or worse than what I was envisioning.
He's like...
What I was envisioning is you really get some good placement going right on top of that thing. And you just
you line yourself up.
You form a seal around that, and it's just going straight down.
Well, and it depends. He says he waffles it, so I'm guessing he has a drain that has like one of those kind of waffle covers.
Yeah.
Which, your placement's not going to matter there. Nobody's got that shape of poop, I'm pretty sure. I've never seen it.
It's coming out like Play-Doh. That's crazy.
It's like the Play-Doh.
The little Play-Doh hair. It's like, well,
and it goes perfectly through the drain.
He's like, well, my sphincter is perforated. Is that strange? It only gets weirder the more the writer explains it.
Dude, Mike, your guy Ryder, weird dude, all right?
I thought the shower was the extent of it. Why do I know so much about this man's sphincter?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I worry about what his family is doing as well. This reminds me...
How did he learn to do that?
Yes. He said, well, this reminds me a lot of... You ever heard the poop knife story? You ever heard that from online?
Of course. Yeah, the famous poop knife story. By the way, poop knife, it's sold enough... There's enough poop knives have sold on Amazon that it has like thousands of reviews.
I didn't know they turned this into a product.
Amazon.
I only know the original story. Do we know the same thing? Like the story of the person who had it?
Yeah.
And then someone turned it into an actual product, the poop knife?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Because it was a Reddit. It's one of the most famous Reddit stories of all time.
It's very famous. I feel like we should fill people in.
Go ahead.
So poop knife story is basically there was a guy who his family apparently genetically took very large dookies.
And like stiff ones.
And so they had a knife that they kept in their bathroom specifically so they could chop up their poops after they would go to the bathroom so that it would flush because otherwise
it would make a bridge over the toilet.
Yes.
The water would go down and it would just be bridging there.
Which I am so concerned about these people the diets that they have, that it would be structurally stable is crazy.
I mean, I think they're probably part of the 95% of Americans that don't get
their fiber.
And they need to eat some Royo bagels.
There you go.
Plug.
And so they had a knife, but it was one of these situations where he was like, I didn't know that was weird. So he went over to a friend's house and he pooped and he was like, hey, can I get your poop knife? And they were like, excuse you?
I think specifically it was like a group gathering.
Oh, was it?
And he's like yelling through the door at like a
poop knife,
like his girlfriend or like friend or whatever. And he's like, hey, dude, could I get your poop knife? Where do you keep your poop knife?
Yeah.
Yes, where do you keep it?
Where it's like the diet of his family is crazy. The size of their sphincters are all nuts. Like you immediately know so much genetically about this family's history is crazy.
Yeah.
And then also that they were just like, poop knife.
Yeah.
Makes sense to me. Yeah. So anyway, this is striking me as like a poop knife scenario.
Yeah, this guy's waffle stomping.
Oh, yeah. And it's like, and I come from a proud line of waffle stompers. My father and his father before him. My father was a
waffle stomper and my son will be a waffle stomper.
My great-grandfather pooped in the trenches in Normandy. You think I'm going to stop?
You think I'm going to poop in some toilet with a bidet?
Absolutely. Bidets, here we go. That's also, you need one. You don't got one? You need one.
You don't. Well, this guy's got a bidet, whole shower.
That's true. He's got a whole shower. The largest bidet you've ever seen, top down bidet.
That probably was his point. Like when they were like, no, that's not normal. He's like, but why would you wipe with paper when you could just shower?
An immediate regret, I guarantee. This guy bringing this up in this group of friends where everyone's like, yeah, I pee in the shower. I pee in the shower. Sometimes I've peed into the shower. Gross, that's so funny. And I poop there every day.
And they're like, no? Yeah, good one.
And he's just like, I know I said shouldn't have. I know I shouldn't have. What was I thinking? Was I thinking? That's very fun.
Dude, that's tough one for this guy.
Pooping in the shower.
Tough one for Ryder.
Yeah, that makes me
for him.
Oh, that also makes me sad because I love showers. Showers are one of my favorite part of the day. Yeah. And imagining showering I don't even like when I fart in there. And all of a sudden I'm like, oh, it's hot. Wafting.
It's steaming. Yeah. It's like your fart's steaming.
Yeah. You're just like,
it somehow smells worse. Yeah.
Hotboxing yourself in that thing. You just took like a beautiful cleansing ritual and you just made it into your own worst situation possible.
You gotta leave the shower, let it air out in the bathroom, come back into the shower to wash yourself off.
And then to poop in there, it's gonna linger so bad. And also, there's no amount of cleaning that would make me feel clean. If I'm stepping on my poop. There's no Old Navy body wash. There's no Gentleman's Club.
Navy.
Old Navy. What
Old
did I say?
Spice.
Old Spice. Old
There's
Navy.
no
There's no Old Navy body wash. That's also true. Don't use this against me. That's also true.
Yeah, you said two.
Yeah, there's summertime discounts. Old Navy body wash. It smells like white privilege.
Yeah.
No, there's no Old Spice body wash that can cleanse you of that. In my opinion, that's rough.
Stepping on your poop. Dude, this strikes me as a story of like, I don't know, when you're like a freshman in college, you're kind of meeting two people, you got friends or whatever. This guy had to transfer. He had to change college.
That's a good point.
He had to go to a different college after this.
Guys, I just want to say it was so nice being a part of this friend group.
Yeah,
I'll be moving on.
I'm gonna go up to state, I don't know, just the class size here, the class size here is a little big. Really suit me. Not enough individual.
Also, we all have a shared shower, so it's all. Which also that would be my next thing. I would be like, I've showered in there.
I've showered.
I have showered in there.
If this is like a dorm, it's like a community.
Yeah. Which I'm sure people are just like, yeah, but the soap like goes down, and it's like, I do not care. I will not be showering in the toilet.
Now that you've said soap, this is a complete like a little bit of a tangent. Are you a washcloth guy or just hands?
Oh, neither.
Okay.
I've got the
you use a live
scrubber.
animal.
I've got the possum that I no longer talk to. I've got one of those silicone scrubbers because my wife is very much so like a germ freak sort of thing. Not crazy, but a little bit. She heard that like loofahs really hang on to a lot of stuff.
Sure.
And that the cleanest way possible is
on a scale of 1 to 10, how granola would you say your wife is?
Not very is the thing.
It's just this one thing. This is her thing.
It's just this thing where she's like germaphobe. Every time we get into the car, spray your hands with something, all that sort of stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, so not too bad. But we use silicone scrubber is what we do.
Yeah, and I learned recently that it's like a white person thing to not use something to scrub your body.
That is crazy to me.
And
do you use just your hands?
I just use my hands.
It don't suds.
And people are like,
it don't suds that way. You're just like doing this.
Yeah, if you rub it, you can rub it enough.
The one benefit is it feels very sensual. That sounds nice.
It is nice. I'll be honest. That's probably why I like it. Also,
it's just me time.
Also, people are like, you hold on. You like wash your like downstairs and then you put those hands on your face. I'm like, number one, never go in that order. Why would you ever go in that order?
That's fair. Yeah, don't do that order.
Secondly, it's soap. It's self-cleaning.
No.
It's soap.
No, man.
You use the soap to clean.
No.
Your hands are clean because they're full of soap.
I understand the logic and I refuse to acknowledge it.
All right, let's go to the next story. This is another one for did you grow up rich or not?
Okay.
So did you grow up rich or not? Growing up, I was in a rather poor family.
Okay.
So not. So when it came to clothing, I had to share with my cousins. Pants, shirts, even underpants were hand-me-downs.
Oh, wait. They're hand-me-downs or you're sharing? Just hand-me-downs?
Hand-me-downs.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
When I got into 5th grade PE, I was in the locker room talking about clothing. I was in the locker room talking about clothing with a couple of rather financially stable girls. I asked one, who did she get her underpants from? And she just stared at me and said...
Who did she get her underpants from? Wonderful question.
Who do you get your
Wonderful slight phrasing of just like, tell me what you mean by that.
She stared at me and said, my mom got them at Penny's. And I said, oh, who's Penny?
Petty?
Your sister?
Oh, jeez. That's fun because it sounds like you're trying to insult the person as well. Who'd you get those underpants from? Oh, then who's Penny?
It sounds like
Your
a setup.
Sister?
It sounds like a setup.
Sounds like you're mean, and it's like, I'm not mean, I'm just poor.
Underpants from 1995?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
I'm not mean, I'm just poor. I just didn't know you could purchase these.
Yeah. Dude, that's a tough
Also,
one.
hand-me-down underwear is a different level. Hand-me-down pants, hand-me-down shirts, hand-me-down underwear, which I wore, absolutely.
Yeah.
But there was a piece of that was always like, this is wrong. There's something wrong about this.
Yeah, I get you. And now that you're saying it, there's a lot of things that you would say about my kids that my kids are like spoiled or like as a kid would call my kids like rich kids or spoiled kids.
100%. I say that all the time to my wife. I'm like, I can't believe we're raising these friggin' rich kids.
But my 2 oldest kids share all clothing, including underwear, because they're the same size. And then my younger 4-year-old does get handing me down underwear.
Yeah. But they're 4 at the same time.
Yes.
My 4-year-old also gets the hand-me-downs. I think it's more like when you're a teenager and it's so important to like feel your own way in the world and stuff like that.
5th grade. I mean, you're getting there.
I think
for a girl, girls are starting to develop earlier these days. They're putting stuff in the milk and making them
putting stuff in the milk.
All those hormones. I mean, if I were RFK, I'd say it's the milk.
They're putting the stuff right in the milk.
They're putting it in the milk. And it makes them get their periods earlier.
Jeez, yeah, 5th grade.
How does that guy get words out, by the way? He sounds like it's such a struggle.
With great effort. With great effort. Yeah, I mean, I had my hand-me-down underwear, and my parents, it had to be filled with holes before they were like, this is unusable. So I remember getting stuff that it was like, there's still remnants of Alex, my brother, on these, I feel like.
You're like, this doesn't smell like my brand.
Did you wash this before you handed it down?
Yeah, like you fart and you're like, that's a mix. That's not my normal brand.
Yeah, that's a whiff of a couple mixed. Yeah,
that's a mix. That's a rosé, if you will.
That's fun.
What is your now current policy on underwear? Because I will say that's carried over for me, where I'm like, holes in them, whatever. Like I don't, you know what I mean? And people are like, dude, you can afford underwear. You should just get more of them. And I'm like, but I can still wear these. These are fine.
Oh, you mean like wearing it out?
As an adult, like how much do you wear your underwear out? Do you like keep them pretty fresh all the time, or socks? I think socks and underwear are a good reflection of this. Like I wear socks till there's holes in them, even though I can afford socks.
Yeah.
I wear underwear till there's holes in them, multiple holes, even though I can afford underwear, because I'm like, I just can't be bothered with that.
Yeah, socks, as soon as there's a hole, toss it. Yeah, absolutely. Underwear, I haven't gotten a hole in it. I think the last time I bought underwear, I'm 36, was probably when I was 30 years old. And this is probably an endorsement for Calvin Klein underwear from Costco.
Yeah.
Not a single hole in those gosh dang things, to the point that it makes me a little concerned, where I'm like, 6 years long enough to just toss underwear? But it looks fine. It's fine, so I'll just keep it forever.
If they don't get holes in them, how do you know?
Yeah. But I think this is probably coming from
support level. If the support levels degrade is if you're like, these are boxers.
Yeah, but
I bought boxer briefs and they're boxers now, then that's probably
Calvin Klein be cupping, man. Yeah, it holds me. It holds me good. I think this also stems from my having been poor philosophy. That I'm very much like a buy it once forever, if possible, sort of person.
If at all possible. You can't grow up poor without remnants.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
We just bought me new glasses, and my wife was like, these are too expensive. You're right. Like, she was kind of up in arms. She's like, these are so expensive, and you bought new ones.
Yeah.
And I had to be like,
you're like, we go to Disneyland twice a year. I don't need to hear it from you.
But I was like, the last time I bought glasses was 2019. I think I can have a $200 pair of glasses.
Yeah.
If my length of time using them is until they get lost.
You're like, let's break this down monthly.
Literally. That's what I said. I'm like, you buy them every year. And she's like, but they only cost $100 for me. And I'm like, so you're spending $600.
Yeah, this is girl math.
It's girl math.
So they're only $100, and you're like, every year.
Every year. There's a $200 once in 6 years.
There's two variables in this equation. It's multiplication. How do you not understand that?
Which, thankfully, she did pull back. As soon as I said that, she was like, oh, yeah, that's right.
Man, you're making some good points with math.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So the way to win your arguments with your wife is with math. With my wife, that's not a good way to win arguments.
She's like, math doesn't matter.
I don't like that. Stop it. I don't like what you're doing. You're doing some trickery here.
Well, here's the flip side of it. As soon as I'm just like, so I can buy these $200 glasses because I don't buy them until they're lost. Yeah. She's like, that's a really good point. I guess we can buy $200 glasses. And I'm like, are you no longer buying them every year? She's like, guess future will tell.
Yeah. She's like, no, I will buy the $200 ones once a year.
Exactly.
And that's how that math maths.
And that's how that math maths.
Okay, next one. My grandma has killed hundreds of rats.
Okay. Fun.
It's a great hook.
Fun start. That is a good hook.
When I was a kid, my granny and my mom would always say, I gotta go do my rat killing.
What?
And for the longest time, I took that literally. I truly believed they were out hunting and killing rats like my dad went out deer hunting.
This is still all I know about these people.
Yep.
What does this mean?
I was too scared to ask what happened to the rats afterwards. Did they cook them? Did they eat them? Fry them like chicken? Was I eating them for dinner?
Yeah.
The phrase haunted me throughout my childhood, and I lived in fear that one day I'd be taken along on a rat killing mission.
Like, what is that one book where they have to like strangle pigeons or whatever? Ringer. Did you ever read that as a kid? It was like,
I don't think this is a book. Was this a book your uncle gave you?
It was a flashback.
Yeah. No. He's like, this is a book I wrote.
Yeah. No, it was like,
tell
very
me if you
popular.
like it, and then maybe we could do hang out sometime.
It was kind of like The Giver, where it was like a community of people who had to like sacrifice a pigeon, sort of thing.
Yeah. What an animal to sacrifice, by the way.
Yeah.
They're like, we could sacrifice our, purest lamb.
Nah, just a pigeon. But
that meat's really good on the lamb. Maybe, what about a pigeon?
Pigeons are domestic. They're nice. Okay. So they think that they're going
they couldn't
out.
carry as many messages.
They're thinking they're going out and killing rats.
Yes.
For realsies.
So it wasn't until I was 34 years old that I finally found out the truth.
34?
Yeah, recent. I mean,
this is a family that is conflict avoidant. You're not willing to ask the question. Jeez.
Yeah. Rat killing was just their quirky way of saying running errands.
What? I'm going to go kill my rats, and that means that I'm going to go to the store.
Yeah.
To the post office.
To the post office.
What a violent imagery.
And then I'll probably get a drink,
Yeah.
Like I'll probably go get like a drink from Swig or one of those.
Yeah, that's killing a mouse.
Yeah. And then, then after that, I might go to the gym. And I'm just going and doing my rat killing. So that was their quirky way of saying running errands. Okay. So no rats involved at all. Now, of course, I say it, which is a little problematic. Obviously, just like it was for you, it's a little problematic.
Yeah.
My daughter told her friend that we were going rat killing and asked her if she wanted to come with. And the girl's mom showed up at my door, horrified, thinking we were raising little exterminators or serial killers.
Yeah.
To this day, no one I know uses that phrase, but in my family,
of course not.
Rat killing means errands.
What a crazy
To this day, no one I know uses that phrase.
Of course not.
Yeah.
How insulting to go into the post office, buy a couple stamps, and look the person in the eye and is like, I guess I killed that rat today. Like, that feels like, that's how you view me? That's nuts.
Yeah, dude.
That's nuts.
I do think it is pretty funny as a joke on your kids to call something else.
Yeah.
Like just knowing that it's a ticking time bomb for them. You know what I mean?
I used to joke with a friend that we would always like do that with furniture or something when we grew up, that I would like tell my kids that a couch is called like a ploufle or something like that.
Yeah, just
like,
convince.
Just for fun for me. And then when they turn 16 and they're like, is this a couch? Be like, the ploufle? And like, does no one say that? I'm like, gotcha, bitch.
Yeah, gotcha.
Sort of thing.
This was a long bit.
Long game.
Yeah. So like there was a story on one of the other episodes where somebody's kid came in and like after school got picked up and asked like, hey dad, have you ever been black womaned? And it turned out that he meant blackmail. And the dad
swapped the gender.
And the dad was like, nah, I'm not going to tell him. That's going to be funny at some point,
He's like, yes, but...
yes, I have. Both kinds, really.
And it was a beautiful experience.
Yeah, I loved it, actually. Yeah, you should try getting black woman at some point.
Killing my rats.
Going rat killing. If you were going to you would do a couch, you would just like call an object something that it's not.
Yeah, but I also think...
I think a couch is too common, though. You have to pick something a little less common. You got to pick like a microphone. Your kids don't say microphone very much, so you could just call it like I don't know what you would call it.
Yeah. No, being in performance, it wouldn't work. But yeah, you're right. True. Like a rake or something that it's like, you don't use this enough, but it'll come up at some point.
It's going to come up and it's just, I've set a little time bomb in my child. Yeah. And I don't know when it's going to go off, but when it does, it's going to be great.
I also think we all have those. We just don't know what they are. Like, I bet there's something that I say that my kids are absolutely going to say, and everyone's going to be like, that's nuts. What are you talking about? And they're going to be like, that's dad, sort of thing. There's something. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. I mean, a small example is like my parents are both Midwest. They were both like born and raised in the northern Midwest. Okay. So they talk like this.
Oh, gotcha.
Not really, but they have a few words. So beg.
Yeah.
I'm going to pack my bags.
Milk.
Right. Yeah.
Hello.
Right. Milk. Yeah. So it's like there's a few words. So there's be some words I come up to and I'll be like, and so bagel is one of them, which is problematic because I sell bagels. Yeah. And, but like, I'm going to, hey, babe, can you grab my bag for me? She's like, you're what? Yeah.
Excuse you.
There's a little, it's just ingrained in there. Every time I come up to a word that's B-A-G, I'm like, oh, what do I do with this?
You got to like warm up. You got to practice getting into it.
I'm in the mirror. Bag. Bagel. Bagel. Yeah. No, not bagel. It's not bagel. Come on, John. You're better than this.
Bilbo Baggins.
Yeah.
Bilbo Baggins. Gosh, dang it.
Oh, you've trained for this. Yeah.
Fun. Yeah, I don't know what mine is. The first one that comes to mind is I call my boys stinky babies quite a bit.
Yeah.
Where they're like, come on, you stinky babies, when they need to go somewhere.
And they're probably going to grow up and be like, hi, my name's Stinky Baby.
They probably will call someone a stinky baby at some point, and they'll be like, that's real weird, dude. And they're like, it's real normal in my house.
I think that Cosby, rest in peace, / don't cancel us. I don't know, congratulations or I'm sorry, whichever, you know, you feel about Cosby. I think he had a stand-up bit where he said like, like I thought my name was like son of a bitch, and my brother thought his name was like dumbass.
Oh, funny.
You know, for like till we were pretty old.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
One of them was JC. One of them was Jesus Christ.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so he's like,
yeah,
no,
that was my name.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not Bill, I'm Jesus Christ.
That's funny.
Yeah. Anyway, so rat killing. We kind of keep a little tally going of our current leader. So we got so far hotel towel.
Yeah.
Not in jail. You're not in jail.
Not in jail. Right?
Yeah. Hotel towels, kind of a tongue twister. Waffle Stomper, shared underwear, and rat killing.
Okay.
You got a leader in your head?
I feel like the hotel towels is my favorite.
Hotel towels is funny. It's very relatable.
I mean, Waffle
if you
Stomping
grew
is
up
close.
poor, you relate to that. Where at some point you're like, oh,
yeah,
that's a poor person thing.
Oh yeah, I think what's close to it is probably like getting swag from companies in my family and just holding on to that.
Yeah, dude, forever. Bank pens were the only pens we had.
I think we probably had some towels that came from like some sort of county fair summer giveaway,
right.
And it's like, oh, our beach towels are forever sponsored by Coca-Cola sort of situation, or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that one, Waffle Stomping's probably a close second, but because
this is a tight pack. I liked shared underwear too.
Oh yeah. That one was very relatable. That was very relatable. I felt like. Waffle Stomping, I'm like, there's too many questions for me to put up, but a whole weird family, I love that.
Yeah. Okay. So we're about halfway through. Do some plugs. Do you have anything you want to plug?
You can see me perform stand-up comedy. Name's Adam Broud. Or improv comedy. I do improv at Improv Broadway. Stand-up comedy. I do stand-up all over the place. You can hire me for that. Also, Comedy Church is kind of my main show that I run that you can come see me perform at Wise Guys.
Can work clean, so can do corporates.
Yeah,
that's where
absolutely.
The money is.
I do clean. I do disgusting, filthy things, which surprisingly, sometimes there's companies that are like, we need you to be real gross.
Yeah.
And I'm like, great, sounds good.
Dirty, yeah.
Yeah.
And I do disgusting, filthy things. And then sometimes I also make dirty jokes on stage.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. How much you paying? One of my favorites was there was a Christmas show this last Christmas where they asked me to come dressed as Santa Claus and ask people for their wishes for the season, and then just roast them endlessly.
Yeah.
And it was
That's
so fun.
That's good for you because you're good at improv.
Yeah, it was a great time. And it was also fun because I got one guy who, his name was Mike, and he said his wife called him Magic Mike, and I was like, prove it. And I got him to dance shirtless in front of his entire company.
Was he good?
He was arguably too good. I love that. I feel like you came prepped.
Somebody.
Yeah.
He's been waiting for somebody to challenge him to do that.
But it was such a fun moment as like dirty, gross Santa Claus.
Yeah.
That when I walked off, they were like, you did a great job. And I'm like, how fun to have a job where people are like, you did really well. You got someone to take off their shirt and dance half nude in front of all of us, just like we hoped you would, buddy. Like sort of thing.
They're like, you remember that part where you got Mike to take off his shirt?
Exactly. Like, thanks. Worth the money.
You're like, buddy, Mike's been telling you that about his wife for years. He's been waiting for this challenge.
Yeah,
he was like waiting for somebody to be like, well, prove it. And he's like, yes,
finally. My 8-pack. But but I also do clean. So yeah, corporate stuff, whatever you want.
Nice. Okay.
I do comedy.
And my thing is buy whatever I'm selling. Bagels, buy bagels, eatroyo.com, eatroyo.com.
Heck yeah.
Just like it sounds.
Yeah.
And subscribe to the podcast. Do the subscribe and the bell icon or whatever the people say on the platform you're listening on.
Click buttons until you get there.
Click buttons until it says you're subscribed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and leave a review or comment or something like that.
Only positive.
All right. So next up, are you a psychopath? This is another category that I regularly see. Are you a psychopath?
Are you a psychopath?
Are you a psychopath?
They didn't know that they might have been. Okay.
Yes. This is it's like, am I?
I thought this was normal.
Yeah,
Wait,
I thought this was normal. Maybe
sure.
I'm a psychopath.
Okay.
Are you a psychopath? I used to frequently talk to myself about various topics that were puzzling me, even going as far as having actual arguments with myself while playing devil's advocate. I would argue both sides with the same energy, believing it was a normal way to work through whatever it was I was thinking about, until several friends pointed out that anyone who didn't know me on a personal level might view such behavior as a sign of psychological issues. I would only, of course, I'd only resort to this when my dog was refusing to listen and provide his opinions.
Perfect.
Good.
Perfect.
Nice punchline.
Good punchline.
I liked it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a little punchline on the story.
I feel like this isn't crazy until you do it out loud. Am I wrong about that?
I do it out loud. I do it.
You do this out loud.
I pace and I do this out. Well, not out loud, under my breath, but my lips are moving and I will use my hands.
So half of you is Italian arguing with yourself. But how could you do this to me?
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, come on,
Gianmarco, how could you do this?
Yeah, no, but I do. I argue with, and so
out loud.
I'm an arguer. So this is like my, I don't know. Some people are just, I don't know if you believe in like the Myers-Briggs personality types or whatever.
No, but it's whatever. It's good for conversation.
Right. So my archetype is like the debater. This is how I interact with people.
What are those
It means letters? I always want to argue with you.
No, what are those letters?
ENTP.
ENTP. Okay. INTJ.
You're an INTJ.
Which I think is
something like... So we got NNT
like,
in the common. That's cool. Yeah. I don't know what that means.
I know that my type is, it's always awful. Although debater doesn't sound super great either. That sounds a little
People
exhausting.
Don't like it. People don't love it.
You don't like it because you're fighting with yourself about it all the time.
Yeah. No, I enjoy it.
Okay.
I like to like think through issues that way. And I was like, okay, well, if I had the opposite opinion, what would I say to myself who just said it? It's like playing chess against yourself to me. It's enjoyable, right? But other people don't like it when you argue with them, especially if you're good at arguing. Oh. Which, if you argue with yourself all the time, you
get a little good at it. Yeah.
You're like trying not to win. You're like trying to argue yourself to a draw most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, well, okay. I don't think arguing's bad. I come from a family of like debaters and like arguers and stuff like that, and you have to prove your point and stuff and all that.
My parents kind of as
which I got no issue there. But I will say the thing that drives me nuts is when people are like, if I can just play devil's advocate for a second.
You're like, the devil doesn't need any advocates.
Exactly.
He's got plenty.
I had a work meeting one time where I was meeting and there was a guy who kept saying that. And then he was like, can I play devil's advocate? And I said, no, we don't need that right now, Cody. I need you to give me a good idea.
You're like, I need you on board with this, Cody. All right.
You don't need to be on board, but you got to build something. Someone who's like, what if I didn't contribute any ideas? I just shut things down. I'm like, we all know that. We all know what's bad about these ideas.
Yeah.
No idea is foolproof. I need you to come up with something that's good here. I will say
that's in a work environment. I have had to learn over a long number of years that like you can't just be, people do value like somebody who shows the weakness in plans and ideas a little bit, but if you just keep doing that, they're like, oh my gosh, don't invite this guy to meetings anymore.
It's exhausting.
This guy's the worst, because like you can never do anything because you can always find a flaw in the plan, but if you're just like good at finding the flaws,
so much harder to build something good than it is to knock it down.
So I have learned over years that I'm like, if I'm ever going to like push back on something, I have to do it very like politically, I don't know, softly, I don't know how to say it, right? And two, like oftentimes I'll say, well, and you know, I don't know if you're looking for pushback on this.
Or do you just
the
blow?
Yeah, or are you looking for pushback, or like I'll ask, because I'm like, my natural instinct,
which is good,
right? And or I'll even be like, well, and the reason I'm asking, the only reason I'm really pushing back on this is because I'm wondering this.
Well, questions are good.
Yeah,
I think questions are always good. Where it's like, oh, okay, so I heard this idea.
What I really want to do is be like, that's stupid, Adam. We shouldn't do that idea.
Don't do that.
And you're like,
if I have a plan?
And you're like, well, do you have a better idea? And I'm like, no, but that one's bad. So
I always hate it because it makes me go on the defense. Like if someone's just like, well, that's out of scope. Like that's out of project. I'm like, what if I have a way to make it cheaper though? Yeah. Whereas like, can you help me understand how to do that like within scope? Then I'm like, oh, you beautiful person. Right. I love that you asked me. I'm going to knock this out of the park.
Yeah.
But did you do debate in like high school or anything like that?
No,
I did debate.
I was in too many sports.
Oh, gotcha.
It was like too much.
Now this guy, very untalented when it comes to sports.
But I could debate.
So for debate, I feel like a lot of people who are like, I really like to debate, they forget that part of debate is like making an argument for something.
Yeah.
And too often people are like, I really like debate. It's like, no, you don't. You like just shutting stuff down.
Yeah.
You like feeling like you're smarter because you told someone no.
Yep.
A good debate means that you take a stance and you take an idea and blah, 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 blah. But once again, probably not out loud because it's very strange to just be like, give me that idea. Well, what if I have that?
Not with yourself. Yeah.
At that point, it's like, all right, buddy.
Yeah. We turned this real serious for a second, but I
think it's fun.
But I think I was going to, to your point, I think, what's the phrase? It's like, like cynical people get to be smart. Like optimists get to be rich, right? Or something like that.
I've never heard that.
That's but it is like, it's a very much like a quality in a person. I have this quality. So it's very much a quality that it's like, oh yeah, I always get to be the smart person, but like, I'm never the guy who like does it anyway. And so I'm like, I got to like push that down and be the,
you got to go for it.
Yeah. So this guy, I think that this story, all that to say, I very much relate to this story. My mom does the same thing, and people have seen her, like, she'll like be out on a walk, like walking by. Like I had a
chatting to herself.
Yeah. Like I had a friend who was like, hey, I was sitting at like this, like Tony's, this restaurant, and your mom was out like walking on like the like back bike trail or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, cool. So did you say hi? And he's like, nah, she was pretty deep in it with herself. He's like, she was full, like she's talking like this to herself. Yeah. And now I do it. And I'm like, oh, you know, when you have moments where you're like, oh, my dad, that's my dad.
Yeah.
I just did my dad. Or I just did my mom. Yeah. I do that. I relate to this story. I don't know if it's our best one of the day, but it was like kind of hit a little too
personal
close.
Level.
Yeah.
That's also fun to ask someone like, can I be devil's advocate? And then you do that, and it's like, I think you have an actual demon inside of you. You seem very unhinged right now.
Yeah. It's like you're like, hey, can I play devil's advocate? And then yourself is like, yeah, sure, you can play devil's advocate. And then your other self is like, what if it all started with just a big bang? You know? And then
it seems, even as a theater kid, I grew up a theater kid, and doing that in public, painful to think about.
Okay, next story. This is another. Oh, here we go. I didn't know I was supposed to open my mouth. That's the hook. Sometimes I write the hooks because it's more fun that way.
Great, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know I was supposed to open my mouth.
Okay.
I was in 8th grade, and I was at my first American Halloween party, having moved to this country from Germany. I had kissed boys before with puckered lips. I had kissed boys before, but with puckered lips.
Okay.
At the Halloween party.
Just a smooch.
Yeah, just a...
There's a smooching. Yeah.
At the house, here, you want
to? I don't know if I'm really understanding how they did that. Can you teach me?
Yeah.
Can you teach me? Okay.
At the Halloween party, I experienced a strange game called Spin the Bottle.
Strange.
I was clueless, but nonetheless, I participated. After a boy tried to swallow me whole, someone said, don't you know how to French kiss? And I said, no, I don't. I'm German. I learned that French kissing was the normal way to kiss here.
Oh, funny.
So in Germany, they're just in...
But for Spin the Bottle, that's a big move for Spin the Bottle. To be like, it landed on you, is a lot. That's a lot. Ooh, spray the bottle. Yeah. Your bottle got pretty excited about that. That's a bit much, I think, for Spin the Bottle.
Yeah, well, I think in 8th grade you don't really know how to play.
Yeah,
you kind of like, and I don't know. It's the foreign. You're like, oh, the German girl. I've been kind of. It's new. And you're probably like, well, of course she French. She's not going to kiss.
You're right that France is right. Yeah, didn't you guys conquer that place once?
Pretty sure they're both not in America. I know that for sure. So
this hits me on a personal level because
did something like this happen to you?
Well, first girlfriend I ever had when I was 14 years old, we would kiss endlessly. Every time we got together, we would kiss.
You're just Nick Moen. Well,
but it was
committal.
But it was, it was committed. But it was just closed mouth, very.
You're just
dry, like hours. Like we would do that for an hour.
Or would you just like? How does that work? Oh, you
move it around. You move around.
I
still had my moves, bro.
I'm picturing just, and you just hold it.
Not far from it at times. Not far from it.
You're 10, 20 seconds, just
very closed mouth, dry lip kissing.
Yeah, because you would have been sinful.
Chap lip. Yeah,
would have been sinful otherwise.
It was just a step that neither of us had like tried to take with the other. And funny enough, it wasn't until we broke up that we were like, oh, I'm gonna miss you. And we like hugged, and then we started kissing. And then we open mouth French kissed.
And then you're like, this was an unlock.
And and I pulled away, and I remember saying, we'd probably still be dating if I'd done that sooner. And she went, probably. And we still broke up.
And then you're like, I need to sit down.
Literally. But we still broke up. I came back again 3 days later and we made out again because
you're like,
I was
you want to do more of that? That was cool.
I was literally like, so we're actually broken up? She's like, yeah, we're broken up. And I was like, oh, but that was really fun. She was like, it wasn't not fun. And then we made out again. And then I was like, last time? She's like, last time.
Last time. Was it actually the last time?
Until we dated again senior year.
Yeah. And then we got married.
And then we got, no.
No.
But it was literally, we would be. And it's crazy.
That is fun. So
it's gross.
It is weird that I do think that you grew up in Utah here.
No. I grew up Oregon and Ohio. Kind of.
Oh, okay. Well, Yeah, so my wife, she grew up here and she had like weird kissing experiences.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
She had like in high school, when it's normal to kiss, there was a guy who did like, and like he did them fast, like machine gun style. Like
I love
he
that.
Just like, and
He's
he would
keeping
move him around. Yeah, he's she's like, where's it coming from? And he's like, that's the point. You don't know. Yeah. That was a good one. German kissing, I called that.
Fun. No idea how to kiss.
All right, last one. You ready?
Yeah.
Extinct Native Americans.
What?
Is the title.
Okay, cool.
I used to think Native Americans were extinct.
Okay.
I didn't write that hook, by the way. He wrote it.
Okay, gotcha.
In my early 20s, I got thrown in a county jail in Montana. I called home to New York and told my mom what was up. I also told her that they had the strangest Mexicans in Montana. No. And my mom said, and I quote, "Wild Mexicans don't live that far north."
Wild Mexicans? Jeez.
After a few weeks, I called home again and said, "Ma, these aren't Mexicans, they're Indians." And she told me, "Don't be stupid, Indians are extinct."
What in the world?
I said, "Yo, that's what I thought, but they're right here, like 20 of them in real life." Turns out they never were extinct.
Oh my God.
I just lived in urban areas and they looked and acted completely differently than the ones that live on the reservation.
That is wild. That makes me think of when what is it called? At BYU, they've got like a Native American dance company. I mean, not just Native Americans, but a fair amount of them are Native Americans. Living Legends?
Do they specifically do Native American dances?
They do a lot of like cultural dances from a lot of different places, okay. but they do Native American dances as part of it for sure.
Okay.
But I was talking to some of them once, and they talked about how they'll like tour Europe and stuff, and they were talking about how they went to Russia.
Yeah.
And there were lots of Russians who were like, "You can't be Native American. You guys are extinct." It was a belief out there as well, where they were like, "No, they killed all of you," and they're like, got close, but we're still here.
Andrew Jackson did a good job of spreading that propaganda.
Yeah, they're like, "But we are here, I promise," sort of thing. Like, wild.
It is a little. So if you live in New York City, and you're like, "No, there's these things called reservations, a bunch of them."
Sure.
And they're like, "Okay, so is it like a country?" Like, no, it's in this country. And like, so it's like a place they live within the place they live, but they lived here first. It is a strange concept if you've never lived in a place that was like near a reservation.
Sure. And especially East Coast people, I feel like they never leave. I went to Boston this one time and I took a bus over to New York.
Yeah.
And there was a guy on the bus who was chit-chatting with everybody. And he was like, "I'm so excited. This is my first time out of Rhode Island."
Yeah.
And he was like 24.
What?
And I'm like, first
Dude, it's hard to stay in Rhode Island.
Yeah. I'm like, you never tripped before? That's crazy. You ever took a few too many steps?
You're right.
You ever walked somewhere and went, whoops, it was that
not
direction?
Rhode Island anymore, yeah.
It was crazy. But he was like, "Yeah, I never go." I feel like there's so many East Coast people I've met like that who they're like, "Well, my experiences are so diverse." And I'm like, you've never left a 20 city block radius in your life.
Yeah, this is
situation.
So I will say that, if they live in New York, they might think about like nationalities differently. Because, for example, if somebody's like, I don't know, Pakistani, let's say, in New York, but they're like a third generation, like how his mom was like, "Wild Mexicans don't live that far."
Yeah.
They meant, when she said wild Mexicans, she meant like first generation.
Yes.
But calling them wild Mexicans, hilarious thing.
Insane.
Insane thing.
To suggest that they're domesticated races as well. Just
No, only pet Mexicans live up in Montana.
Mom. Canceled.
But that's probably what they mean is that they're like, that's not like, they're not, she's like, they're real Mexicans.
No, they're like third generation.
Yeah, they were like, their dad wasn't named Juan, he was named John. Right?
Yeah.
That's kind of what she meant. So if you were in New York, you might kind of think that way because the other races are like, no, they're from there.
Right.
They probably, if they're white, they probably don't even think of themselves as wild whites.
I wonder what...
They're like, we're domesticated whites. It's not like we're from Ireland,
Wild whites just makes me think of like a bachelorette party in the wrong place or something like that. Like, we got a lot of wild whites around this place. We got to tame these whites down.
These whites we got to domesticate them.
Someone domesticate those whites.
Is it possible to train whites?
No, they poop down showers all the time.
They poop and they stomp it down there. No, it is funny that his mom, dude, but I blame the mom for most of this.
Generational that she's like, no.
I blame the mom for most of this, and honestly, mom's hilarious. I would like to hang out with her.
That is insane to me.
First of all, she said, "Wild Mexicans don't live that far north."
Insane.
And then she said, Don't be stupid.
Don't be stupid. She was too confident, which does sound like an East Coast mom to begin
Native
with.
Americans are extinct.
Where it's like, I'm so confident, you idiot.
She's like, yo, don't be stupid. Mm-hmm. That's my best Long Island mom.
There you go.
Yeah. What are you feeling? What are you feeling of these stories? I'll recap
please.
by their names. So we had Not in Jail.
Yeah.
Hotel Towels. Waffle Stomper.
Yeah.
Shared Underwear.
Ugh.
Arguing with Yourself.
Okay.
Rat Killing.
Yeah.
German Kissing, and Extinct Native Americans.
Ooh.
I'll let you go first. I have an opinion of what was the best story.
Okay. I mean, I still really like Hotel Towels.
Yeah.
But also...
that fits the prompt very well.
Yeah, but also like the German not knowing French kissing hits me on so many historical levels that I'm like, surprise, surprise, the German didn't bother to learn the French culture and yet still tried to take over the party.
Yeah.
So I think that one's pretty fun. That might be my top one.
Really? Okay.
What do you got? What's yours?
Mine was Extinct Native American.
Really? That's your favorite one?
So the mom just being like, nah, those aren't wild Mexicans.
Oh, that is, it is wild. I wonder what he did in Montana as well.
Yeah, what was he doing out there, dude?
Probably a race crime.
Mom, they're not Mexicans. And she's like, well, yeah, I told you.
Yeah.
I told you they don't live that far.
It was definitely a race-based crime. That's what I've been. No, I don't know what it was.
I mean, he's in Montana, so he's got to be some kind of blue collar. I honestly don't know.
Yeah.
He's in Montana somewhere close to it.
Fun ignorance, though. Crazy.
Yeah.
What an exciting moment, like a happy moment for him to be like,
yeah,
you're still here.
Oh, yeah.
Like a human-based Jurassic Park. Where it's just like, oh.
You guys.
We brought him back?
Yeah. It's like if you, it would. It would be like if you found a velociraptor in the wild and you're like, guys, I found a dinosaur. Yeah.
No, we've always been here.
Yeah, we've been here.
You poor sheltered white man.
Yeah. And it's really just an alligator. And you're like, no, we've been around. You know?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll go. I mean, guess decides, I would say. So we'll go German Kissing.
German Kissing.
Congrats to German Kissing. I don't have your name.
Hit me on a personal level.
I don't have your name here. Congrats to German Kissing. You won $200. If we used your story at all in today's episode, you do win something.
Oh,
so
nice.
if we used your story at all, or if you're German Kissing, email me, john@eatroyo.com, eatroyo.com, to claim your cash or your prize or whatever it is that you're getting. And check out Adam on social media. It's just at Adam Broud.
It's just Adam Broud. Benefits of having a weird last name.
Broud like proud.
Mm-hmm. With a B.
Yep. And that was fun. Thanks.
That was so fun.
Bye.
Bye.